What if two of Hollywood's most powerful men, Will Smith and Sean Diddy Combs, were hiding a truth so shocking it could burn the entire entertainment industry to the ground? Sounds insane, right? But the whispers are getting louder, and this time they're not just whispers. We're talking disturbing claims, cryptic confessions, and emotional breakdowns from the people closest to them, specifically Jaden Smith himself.
And Tupac was like a couple, it seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying? The vibes ain't there. I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. He was 6'9". They called him, his name 6'9". He had the red hair with big old booty and shit. Nobody was gaying him over. What the fuck is going on here? It's just a lot of weird shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? It ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what Tupac, I guess he wanted to get up out of the Illuminati or something.
Hey, Paul, come on, stop that. I was wondering if I could you. Man,
From Diddy's wild past and rumored freaky parties to Will's long trail of sketchy scandals, everything is pointing to one shocking conclusion. They might have been way more than just friends. Now here's where things get even messier. Yes, Diddy may have finally spoken out about what really went down between him and Will, and if it's true, this could be the scandal that destroys their legacies. You think Hollywood is ready for this? Because once the lid blows off, there's no going back.
Hey, speaking of
This
love,
is love.
I saw a guy on the internet the other day who said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were gonna beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Well, this show has gotten crazier since the last time I No,
It's all about love, though. That's not true?
You really heard that? No.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. Where did this interview go?
No sex, no drugs, no love.
So let's rewind. The entertainment world is in a frenzy after a bombshell rumor exploded across social media. Will Smith and Diddy weren't just close, they were involved. You heard that right. People are calling it an affair. And not just any affair, but one kept under wraps for years behind public smiles, red carpets, and business-as-usual headlines. At the center of it all, Jaden Smith, yes, Will's own son. Jaden reportedly hinted at feeling manipulated and used by both his father and Diddy. His comments were vague but packed with emotion, fueling a wildfire of speculation. The idea that Jaden may have witnessed things no child should ever be exposed to has shaken fans to their core. Suddenly, old rumors don't seem so far-fetched anymore. Social media has gone wild, with everyone from casual fans to industry insiders asking what is really going on behind those Hollywood mansions' closed doors. And you already know, when it comes to Diddy, there's always more beneath the surface.
Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Hey, speaking of
This
love,
is love.
I saw a guy on the internet the other day who said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were gonna beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
But this show has gotten crazier since the last time No,
It's all about love, though. That's not true?
You really heard that? No.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. Where did this interview go?
When you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were gonna beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
You really heard that? No.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's talk Diddy. The man has long danced through rumors about his secret parties and a side of himself the public never gets to see. But this time, the stories are darker, way darker. Former employees, bodyguards, even close associates have spoken about Diddy's fluid lifestyle. They say his carefully curated public image hides a shadowy double life filled with freaky gatherings and unsettling power games. And then, there's that story from Jaden Smith. Jaden once described a bizarre outing with Diddy to an exotic bookstore. He claimed Diddy casually browsed adult items, including one labeled as a butt plug, leaving young Jaden completely shook. While it may sound absurd, this story has taken a life of its own online. Fans are questioning why such a moment ever happened in the first place, and what else we don't know. But wait, this isn't just about one creepy trip to the store. Diddy's infamous freak-off parties are whispered about in Hollywood like urban legends. Invite only, no cameras, no rules, allegedly packed with celebrities, models, and very blurred lines. Some say these gatherings teeter on the edge of morality. Others claim they've already fallen off that cliff. And Will Smith?
You know what I'm saying? But they would always let me know. It's like, no, you can do that. Or my dad, I would say certain things like, oh, but I can't do it. And my dad would be like, what did you just say?
Diddy season isn't slowing down anytime soon, and now it's Jaden Smith's turn to take the stand. Honestly, that's a name we didn't see coming, but here we are. Jaden seems fed up with hiding his pain and the struggles he's faced because of Diddy. The twist? He's bringing his dad, Will Smith, into the conversation too. That's right, Jaden is putting Will right alongside Diddy. Jaden feels like he was taken advantage of by both Diddy and Will, and it really puts into perspective everything he's had to deal with in his career. To add fuel to the fire, new party footage has surfaced, revealing more about the ongoing tensions between Diddy, Will, Jaden, and even Justin Bieber. What's the story behind all this?
Will Smith has his own closet full of skeletons. Sure, he's played the charming, goofy family guy on screen for decades, but the rumors about his personal life just won't die. Back in the day, the late Alexis Arquette dropped a bomb, claiming Will's first marriage didn't end because of infidelity with a woman, but allegedly due to Will being caught with another man. Will denied it, of course, but the whispers only got louder. Then there's YouTuber Trisha Paytas, who claimed that Will allegedly manipulated male dancers for personal gain. Wild, right? And while there's no hard evidence, the internet hasn't let go. The idea that Will's public persona might be hiding a secret identity has become too loud to ignore. Will tries to counter the noise by talking about being authentic and expressive. But let's be real, his responses have been way too quiet for comfort. Fans are left wondering, is this just Hollywood damage control? Because the public Will, the loving husband, devoted father, big screen hero, might not match the man behind closed doors. But if you think that's wild, wait until you hear what Jaden's been revealing.
And a federal judge has ruled the woman alleging she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name, but the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul.
Jaden Smith isn't just a bystander in this mess. He's at the emotional center of it all. Jaden has spoken out about feeling exploited by both his father and Diddy. In vague but gut-wrenching reflections, he's opened up about how the entertainment industry and his own family have left deep scars. He's talked about the crushing pressure of growing up in the Smith dynasty, constantly compared to his parents, judged, misunderstood. But the part that hit fans the hardest? Jaden said he found his father's public affection creepy and disgusting. Think about that. For a son to describe his father like that, it paints a picture of a relationship that's not just strained, it's broken. And if those boundaries were crossed in ways Jaden still can't even articulate, it's no wonder his cryptic words are now being re-examined in a whole new light. But Jaden isn't the only one carrying emotional baggage in this family.
To the latest in the lawsuit against Jay-Z, accusing him and Sean Diddy Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl at a party. A federal judge ruling the woman alleging the attack can remain anonymous. Morgan Norwood has the details. Morgan, good morning.
Whit, good morning. From the moment this case was filed, Jay-Z's legal team fought to get it dismissed, arguing that the woman accusing him must reveal her name. But this morning, a judge ruling she doesn't have to, at least for now. The judge also had some sharp words for its lawyers, calling them out for their aggressive filings and personal attacks and asking them to tone it down.
This morning, a legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party.
Enter Jada Pinkett Smith. You cannot talk about Will Smith's personal drama without bringing up Jada, and especially her intense bond with the late Tupac Shakur. Jada has always spoken about Tupac with a level of passion and reverence that made Will visibly uncomfortable. Will even admitted that he resented their relationship, felt jealous and inadequate compared to the man Jada saw in Tupac. He described Tupac as everything he wasn't, intense, fearless, raw, and for years that feeling of not being enough festered in Will's heart. It wasn't just about Jada's affection, it was about a woman loving a man so completely, Will felt like he could never live up to that standard. Even more heartbreaking, Willow Smith once wrote a letter to Tupac after his death, begging him to come back so her mother could be happy again. That's not just a little girl missing someone, that's a child feeling the emotional disconnect in her family so deeply she's reaching out to a ghost.
Federal judge has ruled against hip-hop moguls Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs in the lawsuit accusing them of raping a 13-year-old girl. In the ruling, the judge said the woman alleging the attack can remain anonymous. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the details.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name, with songs like Run This Town.
Now let's unpack Will and Diddy's friendship. These two have been seen together everywhere, parties, award shows, exclusive events, you name it. But people started raising eyebrows because they always seemed a little too close. Sure, celebrities hang out, but these two? There was a different kind of vibe. And then came the Oscars slap. The night Will shocked the world by slapping Chris Rock on live TV. Who was one of the first people to jump in and play peacemaker? Diddy. He stepped in with calmness, cracked jokes, and tried to smooth things over. But some say it wasn't just about calming tensions. They believe Diddy's reaction showed his deeper, behind-the-scenes influence over Will. Are they just two men navigating the pressure of fame together? Or is there something more, something they don't want us to know? And just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, Willow and Jaden's alleged confessions blew the internet apart. So now we dive into the Smith kids' confessions, the ones that took this whole mess to another level. Alleged viral posts and behind-the-scenes whispers suggest that both Willow and Jaden may have spoken up, quietly but clearly, about what they witnessed growing up. These weren't just tantrums or rebellious rants. No, these were emotional cries for help. They've allegedly talked about feeling betrayed, confused, and even exposed to inappropriate situations, most of which seem to tie back to their father, Will, and his long-standing connection with Diddy. Let that sink in. Can you imagine your own children hinting that something was seriously wrong with the way their father and his friend acted behind closed doors? And then there's Willow's letter to Tupac, a gut punch to anyone still clinging to the idea that the Smith family was just quirky but solid. In that letter, Willow literally begs Tupac to come back from the dead so her mother could be happy again. She writes like a daughter, desperate to understand her mother's pain and, more importantly, to escape her father's emotional absence. It's heartbreaking, it's disturbing, and it makes you wonder, what kind of home life were these kids really living? The fact that this is the letter that went public tells you just how deep the emotional wounds go. But behind all the emotional damage, there's a darker reality looming. Because this isn't just about the Smiths, this is about Hollywood's hidden playground. Let's talk about the dark side of the industry, the part they never show on red carpets or Vanity Fair profiles. Diddy's infamous freak-off parties are said to be at the center of that hidden world. We're talking about events so secretive, so out of bounds, that most people in the industry won't even whisper about them. Allegedly, these gatherings blur every moral line imaginable. We're not talking about champagne and cigars, we're talking about control, manipulation, and submission. Things that some say border on ritualistic. And the guests? Not nobodies, we're talking A-listers, politicians, CEOs, people who run the world when the cameras aren't rolling. And somehow, both Diddy and Will have allegedly been caught in that whirlwind. Even Justin Bieber's name gets pulled into this web. He once referred to Diddy as a mentor, but rumors swirled about the true nature of that mentorship. Did power dynamics come into play? Was there manipulation involved? The fact that Bieber distanced himself completely in later years has made people look twice. Hollywood thrives on secrets, power, silence, but when enough stories start to connect, the silence starts to crack. And now all eyes are on the Smith legacy. Will and Jada were once Hollywood royalty, the red carpet power couple with the picture-perfect family. But that image, it's shattering. Their marriage, already shaken by years of rumors, entanglements, and red table talk drama, is now being questioned on an even deeper level. Will's name, once tied to words like icon and role model, is now tangled in a narrative of secrecy, manipulation, and betrayal. And Jaden and Willow? They're left trying to rebuild their lives while still being trapped in the spotlight of their parents' scandals. This isn't just embarrassing for the family, it's traumatic. Both kids have spoken about the toll that fame, legacy, and pressure have taken on their mental health, and now that these deeper, darker stories are emerging, their pain suddenly makes a lot more sense. Fans once cheered for the Smiths. Now they're watching in horror as the empire crumbles. And the worst part? No one's really denied any of this. That silence is louder than any denial could be. Neither Diddy nor Will has stepped forward to truly address the allegations. Not with clarity, not with transparency. And that silence is starting to sound like a confession. Because when a story this explosive breaks, you either fight back or you run from the truth. And right now, they're running, which leaves us with one massive burning question. Is this the end of the Smith legacy as we know it? Fans are demanding answers. The media's digging deeper, and Hollywood, for all its fake smiles and glowing spotlights, is starting to tremble. Because if Will and Diddy's alleged relationship turns out to be real, and if their secrets involve not just a hidden romance, but also darker stalker behaviors and exploitation, then we're not just talking about a scandal. We're talking about a complete takedown of two of the industry's biggest names, and the effects would be massive. What does this mean for the future of the Smith children? For Diddy's billion-dollar empire? For the illusion of fame that so many people aspire to? And perhaps the scariest question of all, how many others are hiding stories just like this one? One thing is clear, Hollywood has been exposed once again. What started as a quiet whisper between blogs and fan pages has turned into a cultural earthquake. From Jaden's unsettling confessions to the shadowy world of Diddy's elite parties, we've pulled back the curtain, and what we saw was ugly. So now it's your turn. Do you think there's truth behind these disturbing claims? Has Will Smith's perfect image finally cracked beyond repair, or is this just another wild ride on the Hollywood rumor train? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because we're only just scratching the surface. The secrets they don't want us to hear are coming out, one story at a time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.